Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to another episode of Nonsense Hammer. Today is a special Nonsense Hammer. This is coming out on the 1st of December. The 22nd of November was our 2-year anniversary of playing Warhammer. So in today's game, we are playing with the armies that we first started this whole plastic shenanigans with. So I have Stormcast and some models I've not played in 2 years. Steve has Ironjawz and some models. Oh, no, you've played all these. You've played these within the last 2 years, right?
Yes.
So you're down with this army. I've had to write copious notes to remind myself what these things do. But because we're playing a game with our armies from 2 years ago, we are playing a game from the 22-23 General's Handbook. Season 2. I know, so called the Jaws of Gallet, or the Jaws of Gallet.
I always said Gallet.
I say Gallet. It sounds better.
It's the best your Rhinox can get.
Can we have like a title that comes up that says not sponsored by?
Sorry, future Steve.
Just a little bit of extra work. We are not sponsored by anybody for these, which is why we just have fun with it. So the Jaws of Gallet, as you see, board layout is a little bit, we have an L shape in your deployment area, we have an L shape of my deployment area, we have a no man's land in the middle. We've gone for exclusively a sweet wrapper.
A sweet wrapper in the middle, because it's got the square in the middle, and you get the little wrapper bits on the edges.
Yes.
It's like how 40k have the cute little names.
There we go.
The 40k have cute little names for their deployments. We're going to make cute names now.
With the sweet wrapper setup with the terrain doing what the terrain does. So, the Jaws of Gallet is fairly simple in scoring victory points. 2 victory points if you control at least one objective. 2 victory points if you control 2 or more. 2 victory points if you control more objectives than your opponent. And 4 victory points if you complete a battle tactic that you chose to attempt this turn. The only other thing with this one is that there's a twist.
There's always a twist.
Always a twist. From the second battle round, at the end of their turn, after scoring victory points, the underdog can pick one objective, and that objective is removed from play. If there's no underdog, no objective is removed. We practiced this yesterday firstly for me to practice Stormcast, because I feel like I've not played them in a while. Some of them I've definitely not played in a while. And interestingly, some of them that I stopped playing because I went, they're not great, have been made slightly smackier in 4th edition, which I like. So
the great wheel of meta is always turning.
So I've brought them out of retirement for one last hurrah.
Always play what you want to play, don't play what is right to play, because you'll get for example, right now, Mega Boss and Brutes, absolutely nasty.
Yep.
But also, I liked him because of his name and how he does things. Yep. He's probably going to be crap in a couple of months' time when they've nerfed him down back with the recently announced Battle Tome. Yeah, we're sticking together. We're not breaking up.
No.
And neither are the Ironjawz and Cruel Boys. Anyway.
I've got people in my army like Bastion, who's been made less smacky than he was in 3rd.
Yeah.
But the Storm Drake Guard and Knight Draconis, who've been made, their shooting at least is better than it used to be. So
they were a nightmare last night.
They were, weren't they, when we played?
I'm not a fan.
Celestin on Dracoth, who is...
I'm glad I bought them for you.
I might as well, I've started talking about my army, so I might as well
let's go through the list.
Tell you who's in it. So we have... So I'll start from this side. Lord Celestin on Dracoth as an auxiliary unit. He's fairly middle of the road, I think, in terms of what he does, but he's got a fair amount of health to knock him down slowly. We've got Knight Draconis here, Francis Bacon, flies, shoots, scores. Storm Drake Guard, single model, otherwise known as single Pringle. Those two are in a regiment together. Then down here we've got 6 Griffhounds next to Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger. He is a legend, or Johnny Tea Time on Baldric. Lord Arcanum is in a regiment by himself. The Griffhounds are with these Annihilators with shields, Bastion, who is there, as a 2nd regiment. And then in my General's Regiment, I have Lord Relictor, didn't know her, the set of Vindictors over there, and then 2 sets of Annihilators up in the Celestial Realm, ready to do what they usually do and come down and smack.
Other terrain pieces and coins are available.
Yes. And just for your knowledge, because you will need to know that, the set of Annihilators in the realm with the blue shoulders, those are the ones that get a +1 to rend if they charge an infantry unit.
Okay.
So, who have you got, Steve?
Lovely. So I've got everything I own in terms of Ironjawz apart from 2 models. No, it's 5 models. Because the Ardboy Big Boss is sitting in the box, and Kronk and Anvil Smasher are waiting to be painted. So are the unit of Rages I've got. Because I didn't fall for the battle box, even though I really wanted it. Anyway, so I have a Ironjawz Brawl list, which means an unmodified 8 of or plus for a charge will get me +1 attacks for that turn.
That's scary. I don't like it.
I ran this yesterday with everyone at minimum strength. I've kind of messed around a little bit now. So we've got a general who is in his own regiment, which will be Bresic. I was going to run him as Godrak, but I've decided no, I'll go back to the unnamed. Mainly because it felt like a tailoring list thing, because the Bresic has, or the normal Mega Boss on Maw-Crusher Words has anti-infantry, whereas the Godrak one has anti-hero and anti-wizard, and it's like, well, I know, and it also has anti-monster abilities.
The other Taylor Swift song, anti-wizard. Yes.
But also the other part, which is what I forgot about, last night in our game, he has a 2d6 pylon, and I rolled a 12 on a pylon yesterday.
It was hilarious.
It was the best.
It was just you going, well,
it's not going to happen. There's no point doing it.
Let's just roll it. I need a 12. 2 6s.
Yes.
I gave you a high five because I couldn't even be mad. I was like, you're about to kill my Lord Arcanum, but I was just so impressed that you got it. Because also, in the practice game, your rolls had been terrible.
Yes.
Which wasn't your fault. So it was, when it mattered.
But anyway, he's my general. He is going to have the Armour of Gork as the item. I think that's what I'm giving him. So he's got 6 of Ward. Whereas then we've got the next unit, which is where the bulk of the army is. We've got Rhino, the Mega Boss, with a set of reinforced brutes, so 10 brutes rather than 2 units of 5 for the Nasty Smashies. You'll see that. I can think of the numbers now, and it's going to hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Group of 10 Ardboys, and then we've got the War Chanter on the left over here, or the screen's left. With his set of Gorgrunters. We've got a War Chanter hiding down here by Bresic with another set of Gorgrunters.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle we have Weird Knob Shaman, otherwise famously known as Blind Pierre, who is going to be just hoping to pull off the primal energies and the spells of Gork, or whatever the name of the primal powers are.
Move your tea out of the way.
And also the Artifact of Power on the Mega Boss will be the Amber Bone Whetstone.
Yes.
No, sorry, it wouldn't be the item, sorry. But it would be the hero trait. He's got Hulking Brute. That's alright, I had the original list, he had both things on him. He had the Amber Bone Whetstone and the Hulking Brute. Now he's just got Hulking Brute.
Who's got the Whetstone?
No one's got the Whetstone because I've given Armour of Gork to the Mega Boss.
You've got 2 manifestations over here.
Yes, that's the Primal Energy. Because I don't have an Emerald Life Swarm yet. And after last night's announcements, I will be waiting for the Ironjawz manifestations.
Yes, very excited. In terms of my artifacts and heroic traits, Relictor has got the Null Pendant, which reduces somebody's control score by 5 if he's in combat with them, and Envoy of the Heavens. So if a Stormcast unit is destroyed, he can give another unit within 12 inches of him a ward of 5 for the rest of the turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, I won deployment.
Yep.
I am going to let you go first.
Okay.
Because I would like you to come closer.
Okay.
Dear darling. I'm aware that I need to spread this list out a bit more as people might be watching this. I need more Brute Ragers. I need Kragnos. And I need a bit more Ardboys and Brutes. You will be seeing more in the Ironjawz. It's just that this, I didn't realise until last night, is the second time I'm playing Ironjawz in 4th edition. Because you stole them from me.
I did. I was the last person to play them in 4th edition.
Anyway,
Yes.
back in a moment with Stormcast Turn 1.
Back. A doozy of a turn for turn 1 for the Stormcasts. As you can see from the board, we've ended up taking 1, 2 or more than your opponent, and my battle tactic, which was seize the centre. The only thing that fought and moved was Bastion, who was over here. He got translocated, he managed to charge in, and, well, first he shot, didn't he? And he did 2 points of damage to your cabbage.
Yes, he did.
He managed to get his charge in, and then has done 12 wounds to you. Which was, you were on 16 wounds left after I shot you. Bastion could have done a max of 16, and he did 12. So now the poor cabbage is on 4, but Bastion's on 3. So something's probably going to take him out soon, I imagine. But he's drawn the first blood. And that was it. Nothing else really happened. The Annihilators are still in the Celestial Realm. Things moved and ran to take objectives, but that was it in terms of combat. So nothing really happened, but also quite a lot happened over there. And then I guess it's now your turn to come at me with everything you've got. And I'm not being cocky about this sweet ass turn 1 because it's all going to blow up in my face.
I mean, it's easy to be cocky when you have the rules written for you. Miss 54%.
Stormcast. Not me personally, Stormcast.
It's alright, I'll just remind you.
God's favourite men.
I'll remind you how your Adeptus Custodes play. What was that? They were gone by turn 2. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. And then what was the thing where I did 71?
Oh, you were playing My World Eaters, yes.
There's so much of this game depends on the dice.
Well, yes and no. When you have, like, so the thing that I was quite upset about over here is the fact that I have a 6-up ward and I have a 3-up save. Bastion comes in on 2s and 2s because, oh no, the finest hour means I can't have 1-ups on my ward. And then I'm a 2-up save. Oh, it's so hard for me being the king of everything.
But also, when you were hitting back at him, you were rolling badly.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Right,
but
you could have at least killed him.
Yes, but when I only have a rend 2 at most, because you also have an all-out defense opportunity, it was literally like I can't get through your...
It's just BS.
I need to get Mortal Dealers, I need to bring Anvil Smasher in to deal with that. Yes, I'm aware of my foibles, and I will remember this.
Okay.
My
Anyway,
little orange boys. Anyway,
it's your turn now. So.
back at the
What
moment.
did you say about your orange boys?
I was just saying my little orange boys, because they're all fire slayers to me. Anyway.
Things are Fire Slayer in my heart.
But yes, back in a moment for Ironjawz Turn 1, where I will try to remind myself I'm a hero.
You're a hero. You're a hero to me.
Back in a moment.
Bye.
welcome back to Stupid Game. Yes, right. Ironjawz Turn 1. Went for attack on 2 fronts. And then I went for the most overzealous attack ever. Apologies, I'm a little giddy after that. So, the explanations. Rhino, who was over here, gave them +1 to attack. The War Chanter over here, which I believe is Steely Dan, give them +1 to damage. Then everything kind of started to run around. So the 2 Gore Grunters ran forward to take out Arcanum and those Vindictors over there. The bubble of Rhino...
over there.
Celestin, sorry. Rhino and the Yard Boys ran forward to take out the centre. As I have pointed out several times, and everyone says about Seize the Centre, you kind of set yourself up for quite a problematic thing. However, I can see those Annihilators looking at me nastily. Anyway, and then the bubble of 10 brutes just kind of went round this way. I called the War, which I have missed doing so much, and I'm sad the Cruel Boys don't have it.
I didn't know you could call it in turn 1.
No, you can call it in any turn. In once per battle, your charge phase, pick a friendly Ironjawz hero to be the target. The effect for the rest of the turn, the following effects apply to friendly Ironjawz units that are wholly within 18 inches of that hero. Add 1 to charge rolls, and add 1 to attack characteristic of the unit's melee weapons. So, actually I didn't add over there, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so that meant there's this bubble here of 10 had, I believe we worked it out at 70-something attacks. Because you had...
61.
It was 6 attacks each for every weapon. There were 2 Gore Choppers, which meant 12 attacks there, which was what killed Bastion on free Rend 2 because I all out attacked, because I was like, I know he'll save or I'll roll badly, I have to just get this done. So that was 12 attacks, which would have been 4 damage each, thanks to the War Chanter. And then it was the extra 6 attacks each of the brute weapons that had 8 of them, which would have been 47 with the champion.
I can't do the math for that, sounds about right.
Yes. No, 49 with the champion.
49 with the champion.
Which meant a total of 62 attacks on basically 4 and 3 damage each, which meant a monolith of damage was coming in.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for him to actually save all of them because of how he was going.
No, he wouldn't have done.
But yeah, that was the most satisfying moment.
And you just killed everything else.
And then the War just continued to take things out. Rhino is only on 3 wounds in the middle. But managed to score himself a War token till the end of my next turn. The bubbles of Gore Grunters, that one on strike last over by the Vindictors, managed to slap up some things. So we did indeed take 1, 2 more and scored attack on 2 fronts for 10 to 10.
That's the score, not the time.
It feels like the time as well. It's just been a slog of a game.
It's been a really long... That's only turn 1.
Anyway.
That's taken forever.
So we rolled for priority.
Yeah.
Emma has taken priority and we'll be taking turn 2 next. Anything for you, dearest, on this here?
So. No.
You want to talk about anything that...
Not really.
Any sad moments that you were like, oh, I wish that had stayed? Or...
Not really. It's a game. Yeah. I'm not that sad.
Wow! I didn't realise that Stormcast didn't hurt me physically and emotionally now.
I don't really care for them.
Right, that'll be that. I'll see you in a moment for Stormcast Turn 2.
Bye. turn 2 for Stormcast. I feel like we've been playing this for 87 years. Wasn't as great as turn 1, but we still got stuff. So, the tactic I picked was slay the tyrant. So just as to kill a hero, thinking, I want to kill Rhino, which was here, which I did. So tactic achieved. However, also brought in some annihilators from the Celestial Realms, because I also wanted to get Bresic off the table because he scares me. And they managed to charge in, which is always unlikely because they needed 9. They managed to charge in and kill him, but it meant I later can't do the tactic where I have to kill something in the General's Regiment. But there's other tactics and we're fine. And then those annihilators got wiped out by these guys who just swarmed them and did 16 damage.
Yeah.
And they had a combined health of 9, so they were dead. However, we killed Rhino in the middle. We, with the combined force of Single Pringle and those 3 annihilators with shields, because they had Finest Hour, so their wounds were slightly better, so slightly more punchy. Killed a Gore-Grunter over here with Francis Bacon. Because his control score is a 5, I've ended up taking control of this objective again. So I have ended my turn with 1 or more objectives and tactic, but not enough to I wanted to take more objectives and I couldn't. So yeah, not as many points as turn 1, but 6, 4 for tactic.
8 points because two for 1,
so
2 for 2 or more.
I was only 2 off a full set of points.
Yeah.
But yes, we had a disagreement over what I did and where things should go, which is always fun.
Well, yeah, like I said, for the understanding of our viewers, you were saying before we started the turn you didn't want to kill Bresic this turn because then you would have Slay the Entourage later.
It was I wanted to kill Bresic this turn because I didn't want him to heal.
Yes.
So I wanted him out of the way, but I wasn't convinced that if I'd picked kill the thing in the General's Regiment, I wasn't convinced that I could, and therefore I'd miss out on a tactic. So picked Slay the Tyrant because there's other heroes here.
Yeah.
And there are other tactics I could do later.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, again, I was just saying that I was going with the wording that you were saying, and going, I wouldn't have done that then. But also, the only thing stopping you killing a thing that's on 2 wounds with a unit that does so much damage.
24.
Yeah.
Like if you get...
I had a 5-up save against them because they were Ren-free.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got Ren-free, but yes. They were Ren-free, they...
Because they were against... Because they were General's Regiment.
Yeah, but the charge is anti-infantry, not anti-General's Regiment. The buff that you get for that.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
And Bresic is not infantry, he's a monster.
No, he's not.
Doesn't matter. Either way, regardless of that, the rolls weren't good enough. And then, like we said, you did 12 damage to him. He had 2 wounds left, which meant I had to roll 11 6s to survive. I rolled 1 of 11 6s.
Yes, so he took 11 damage. And
yes. So he was always going to die.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But we're okay. We're standing still. We've not got a lot of models on the board, but we are standing.
You've also got Return from the Grave sort of thing.
I can bring 2 of the Annihilators you killed back at some point, which won't be yet. And yeah, other stuff is still standing and healthy. So
you've also got an Envoy. You've also got Envoy of the Heavens as well that you can do, can't you?
Yeah.
No, that's give a 5-up ward.
That's give a 5-up ward. So it doesn't say that the unit that was destroyed has to be within 12 of him. It's that he has to pick a unit within 12. I'll look at that for when we start.
Yeah, we'll look at the actual rule.
Because I wrote that down word for word.
Okay.
But yes, that's where we are. So we're on 18 to 10 in Stormcast favour.
Ironjawz Turn 2 coming in.
Ironjawz Turn 2 coming up.
Back in a moment. Ironjawz Turn 2.
It's been 84 years.
67 years of this. Anyway, right, so I went for a very simple thing, and this just highlights my pain. All I had to do was kill 2 Vindictors.
Did you do it?
One of them was on 1 wound.
Did you do it?
So I had to do 3 wounds to the goddamn Vindictor unit.
You know who this one is, camera? Big Kev. There he is, Big Kev. He's got his name on the bottom. He's undefeatable. He's my favourite.
Yeah, so yeah, I went for Slay the Entourage.
Yeah.
Selected the 2 Vindictors thinking, you know, there are
there was 3 wounds there.
There are 3 wounds to do. I managed to put 1 in with
you did.
3
Killed
Gorgrunters.
a guy.
Granted, I'm aware they were stuck in combat, so they've not come back out and charged back in. Leggy Pete did a little charge up the middle and managed to get himself an extra attack because he had an 8 needed to charge.
He also managed to get himself a strike last because he charged them.
Yes, he did, but I thought either way, there's going to be some damage here.
It's
ridiculous. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Warhammer has stopped making the Orcs dice because they're shit.
Yeah, usually they're the ones that I always want to play with because they roll really well, and I don't know what's going on with them today.
I rolled 12 attacks and got 1 through.
I think they're being affected by Storm Burt, which is raging outside.
Yes, unlike Storm Burke, which is currently on the table. Anyway.
Storm Burke Eternals. I was going to say something to you then. Oh, I don't know what it was. It doesn't matter. But also what didn't help you was that my Relictor had Envoy of the Heavens, so because something was killed, a unit of mine was destroyed in the previous turn, he can give a 5+ ward to something within 12 inches of him, which he gave to Big Kev and friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might have done more damage had he not done that.
Mighty Destroyers with the big bubble of brutes tried to come over into these Annihilators to take that problem out. Guess what? Didn't roll it. Tried to give them Get 'em Beat because I thought that would be useful to get them in. Do you know what happened? I rolled a 1 and therefore lost my ability to do it.
What I'm noticing, a common theme through this game, is that your rolls are problematic.
Yes. Which means that I understand...
Doesn't make you feel better.
Yeah, it's the thing of like, I can't control it with the dice, but also, as I've said a couple of times, I'm very aware that a lot of these things have a free up save, so I've got a 50% chance of winning everything until someone says Ren 2.
Yeah.
By the way, I've got Ren 1. I get your 2 up saves. Anyway, yes, I'm just being a negative Nancy for no reason.
That was a very good alliteration.
I lost 7 of my little Ard boys trying to take out
you did.
The dragon, who is on 1 wound.
He's on 1
to
wound?
The fact they had a killer beat.
Well done, Single Pringle.
And over here, the monolith fight continues as the Gorgrunters try to take down that 1 dragon.
Hey, it's that 1 dragon.
Yep. So yeah, not an effective turn at all as I go into the round 18 to 14 in your favour.
What I will say, completely irrespective of the game, really like these tiny little Stormcast cards. Look, they fit in my tiny baby hand.
I don't look forward to the Ironjawz ones. I'm glad that
you've got massive hands.
Yeah, I've got massive hands. But also, I'm not looking forward to the new game after they've ruined my buys. I need to get some big pigs. I think that would help.
Yep.
I need to get some more toy. I need to collect the army I'm so interested in.
Yeah.
So we can have some variety on the channel.
Do it.
If you'd like to fund us, coffee.com.
We have a coffee. Oh my word. Yeah, so we've started up a coffee.
Chilling.
Coffee.com/nonsense hammer. If you'd like to donate something.
On the screen you'll see a link appear now.
Can you just do that gesture again? And can you make the link do that? But yes.
Sorry, I just do everything for the goddamn channel.
We have a coffee, so if you would like to support us in our addiction, or just throw some pennies our way, we would be really grateful, and then we can potentially produce better videos or more variety.
This way for the Patreon if you want a monthly subscription.
That was really, just one more time so I've got it in shot. Better. I was cutting your hand off before because I was too close. But yeah, we'd like to play with more armies. But
I've got 6 armies. I'm fine.
It's the cos he lives, mate. It's the cos he lives.
I need to start growing the armies I own rather than going army number 7, army number 8, army number 9. By the way, Skaven are coming soon. Anyway.
So yeah, that's where
That's where
Anything else you want to say?
round 2. We rolled a priority.
It's only round 2.
We're going into round 3 as the Stormcast continue to ruin my
Genuinely,
happiness.
we've been playing for 2 hours. Yeah, if this was a tournament, we'd be like, just take it off the board, mate.
Yeah. It's been a very... But then there's been little bits around this and talking and, like, talking out in the middle of the conversation, the, like, turn and stuff like that about what tactic to take and stuff. So, yeah, it's expected to be here we are. And it's nice to come back to Ironjawz and also Age of Sigmar, because the last few months for us has been nothing but 40k.
We've done a lot of 40k. It's nice to come back to Stormcast. I feel like I haven't played them in a while, but Steve assures me I did. So anyway... Yeah, that's where, Trick or Treat, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Anyway, that's where we are.
Shall we see how you do in turn 3 as you continue to ruin my little happiness?
I won priority, so we'll be going first. See you for Stormcast turn 3 in a minute. Bye. Welcome to Stormcast Turn 3. It's 8 days later, and we have aged. Oh, do you know what we should have done? Put like old person wigs on and gone, yes.
That would require us to buy old person wigs, and we don't have the money.
I've got 2 in the bedroom.
Scratch that, don't have to go to coffee anymore.
Buy it and send us coffee money so we can buy old person wigs. Anyway, Stormcast Turn 3, limited on tactics as we discussed earlier. So take their land. Yes.
Tucken.
It's Tucken. Because it was either this terrain piece here, this one, or this one.
Or the one further back.
Yes, that. Yeah. We translocated Relicta there. 2 Annihilators came back from heaven or hell or wherever they chill out to help guard it. You moved some stuff nearer after I'd translocated there. Is what it is. You brought a cheese.
Finally landed.
Cheese! Finally landed. You magical interventioned and you brought cheese on the board for 8. There he is. I'll turn him round where I don't want to. Oh no, he's got my finger. Oh no, Charlie Cheese bit my finger. So yeah, cheese landed. Between Cheese and Brutes. Boys,
it was the Brutes that did it.
Brutes that did it. They killed the 3 Annihilators that were here, but it's okay because I have 2 more over there.
After you killed 4 of them?
These,
5?
Yeah, they did kill that. Annihilators with shields in the middle did some damage to the Ard Boys.
Who killed your dragon?
The Ard Boys, I'm getting to it.
That's fine.
Trust me. The Ard Boys killed my dragon who was on 1 wound, so we knew he was going to die anyway.
I might have to call him Dragon Slayer after this.
Dragon Slayer!
He's alive on 1 wound and he's managed to take on...
He looks like he's shitting himself.
He has just taken on a dragon and then 3 Annihilators. Poor little
there
lad.
was more of them when they took on the dragon.
Exactly. That's why. And he's the only one who's seen all his brothers fall, and he's like, "I cannot."
No,
he might have to retreat and die.
And then this guy over here, Francis Bacon, killed the last.
I think he killed Kevin Bacon, if I remember rightly, because that was.
Oh my God! Did he?
Yes.
Bacon on bacon.
We'll fly over here and find out which one it was. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was the general who was. Oh, sorry, it was Del Boy. It was Kevin Bacon who already died. And then Charlie Chaplin.
But Kevin Bacon was killed earlier by Francis Bacon.
He was.
There was a pork on pork action. I don't like that.
Get on with your talking.
But that's it. So I finished the turn with 1, 2 more and tactic, which is another 10 points.
We're a little giddy, I apologise.
Just because I know we've lost the will to live. This guy's 5:07 and we started playing at like 2. The scores are 28-14 in the Stormcast favour, and now it's going to be Ironjawz Turn 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a session.
Nobody look at the man behind the camera.
I don't know if it's on the camera because we speed everything up, but I'm pretty sure I am on camera having a mental breakdown whilst giggling about the fact that
I went to the toilet at one point and came back to you just sitting here like mentally checked out. I was like, Steve!
This is why I haven't gone to tournaments yet. I'm not ready.
This is why after a tournament I feel like I've done a marathon, because my brain loses the plot halfway through this.
Everyone's does, don't worry, that's fine.
And then you have to do 3 in a row where you're like, ah!
It's why last edition everyone was complaining or like upset when people used limited resources as the first game on a 2-day in day 2, because you're like, please, I was out all night drinking and my head hurts. Anyway.
And that's that's the hardest one. So yeah, it's Ironjawz Turn 3 now.
Yeah, back in a moment.
Bye.
Hello, welcome back to the Boogie Jaws, as we've learned.
We've been listening to Motown music while we play, and Steve is like doing really well with this Motown music on.
Normally, so when we play, Emma has been historically picking out a classical music or the Jurassic Park theme.
Or 80s.
Or 80s, and that normally vibes into your play style and you win. I put on Commodores and then went into some, I can't remember what else was playing. I think Niles Rodgers' Chic.
You've had some White Buffalo, you've had some Dire Straits.
Well, they're other things.
We've moved into Motown.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and 10 points were scored.
Yeah, 10 points were scored.
For the monsters.
Yeah.
So what happened was I went for the cunning approach. I picked the Gorgrunters to, I believe I can do that just before pick a unit that was not in combat and pick an enemy unit that is in combat. So I picked the Annihilators in the middle. Mm-hmm. I used the Killer Beat by the War Hunter over there to give them +1 to damage, and then I charged into the middle like that. Whilst they were doing that, Mighty Destroyers, and then charging quite well into here with the big cheese, and the boys here killed both the Annihilators and the Lord Relictor. And with that, the tides have turned, so that I now control 1, 2 more and tactic, because they killed those Annihilators. And I turned this objective off with the underdog thing, because I am still the underdog.
You are still by 4 points.
By 4 points, and because of scoring, I can't double turn you. Otherwise, it's going to be... I'm not going to be able to get a tactic, and then, I will get 6 points. Yeah. But then you've got the ability to get 10 points back on me.
I don't, because I am now left with this one model.
Yeah.
All I can do is move him to... So I've got one objective here.
Yeah, which will give you 5 points. I can't remember what...
No, that'll get me 2. Just one
2
objective.
Points. Sorry, I'm thinking of 40k again. You get 2 points there. You could get 6 points if there's an objective you can do, tactic you can do.
There isn't, because they all need 2 models.
So it might just be... Where are we? We're on round 4. You had priority. You've got reclaim the rounds you can't do. Attack on 2 fronts you can't do.
No.
Do not waver. Can't do. So that's the
2 units to fight.
Yeah. Slay the entourage you can't do because he's dead. And take the flanks. Wait, in a silly question.
Yeah.
Oh, it had to be destroyed this turn. I was about to say, because the general's entourage is already dead,
no, it has to be this turn.
if you did an assassination, if there's no heroes, you already get it, sort of thing. And then take the flanks.
We started off really strong. Okay, thanks. Person outside. We started off really strong, and it's kind of because I've got nothing left. There's nothing I can do now.
Well, you could get 4 points.
Yeah, if I could just move onto an objective.
Yeah.
He swims. No, he doesn't swim.
Flies.
He flies 12.
So he's got 12.
I was thinking of just taking him over to that unit there, like at the doubling him. So that would be 18, which is too far away.
18 gets you to there, essentially.
The only thing, potentially, if he came this way...
Be able to charge into this objective and potentially take... Because
there's
only a 6-7 control on here.
He's a 5.
So if he takes 3 models off, so if he flew in and did damage into them to take one of them off and took him off as well, he'd take that objective in the middle.
Which is, we'll try it, because that's really all that's left to me. But there are no tactics now, because I need at least 2 models for any of them.
I'll tell you what, we'll go off and we'll talk out the next round or two, and then we'll come back with a wrap-up, shall we?
Yes.
See, it feels about right for that.
Yeah,
Back in a moment with wrap-up.
Welcome to turn 4 for God's Chosen Boys.
Or wrap-up.
Yes, I know, I was getting to that bit.
Oh no, that's fine.
Turn 4,
just so we
for
don't...
God's Favourite Boys, in which we're just going to talk through what we've done, because we've worked out the winner of the game, we've talked through and played out a little bit turns 4 and 5. So, turn 4 for the Stormcast, I had no tactics that I could do, I had my dragon in the middle, you had your Ard Boys, one of those.
One Ard Boy there.
Was here.
And the War Chanter.
And the War Chanter. He killed the War Chanter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
With shooting.
My dragon killed the War Chanter with shooting. Essentially took control of this objective.
Leaving one Gorgrunter trying to fight them. But you took 2 of them out, yeah.
I took 2 of them out. When it came to your turn, you retreated this Ard Boy over here.
No, I didn't retreat. He was just running because I was trying to set up.
He wasn't in combat, was he?
No, I was
away.
I was trying to set up in my turn 4 for a turn 5, take the flanks, because I was going to run him over this way.
Yeah.
And because the brutes were over there, but they couldn't get out of friendly territory, it meant that I failed it, which was why I didn't do anything with him in turn 5.
So I controlled that objective. You turned off this one over here because you were the underdog.
Yes.
So I had control of that, which just got me 2 or 4 points for something. So I also got... Oh no, I kept that. I had that one at the same time.
Yeah, I turned this one in my turn.
Yes.
So yes.
So I had 4 points at the end of turn 4. You got 4 points.
I got...
no, you got more. 1 there.
And then...
You had that one over there.
No, you stopped me getting my tactic. I got 1 and 2.
Okay.
Because I had someone on this objective, I think it was, or...
Yes.
I can't remember what it was.
You had something over there.
You have the app in front of you. You'd like to go back and see what I scored in round 4.
Okay. So, yeah, I... Control
that's why I controlled that one. I controlled that one back there, and I controlled this one, which is what you took in turn 5.
That's what I was saying.
That's fine. Sorry, I was getting confused as well, trying to remember.
I know, it's been a while. And then we came on to turn 5, which I flew and at the double my dragon guy over there to take control of that objective, because at that point you had nothing on it. Which I did, so didn't even need to get into combat, because at the end of that turn I had got 1 and 2 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Then you moved things in.
Yeah, I basically went for... Yeah, I went for try kill this boy here.
I interrupted you with shooting and shot your Steely Dan.
Yep, which stopped my tactic.
Which stopped your tactic. And then your brutes fought me, I fought you back. You did some damage, I did some damage. But ultimately, I kept control of that objective.
Yeah, which meant that I only got 2 points in the last turn.
It has ended on a points of 36 to 30 in the Stormcast favour.
Yes, it did.
Thank you.
I love the fact, whilst we were doing this, you're like, if you take this victory off me, I'm going to be so cross.
I was so cross. When you got 10 points for that previous one, I was like, what the chuff is this? Why?
In turn 4 I needed 8 points to equal with you, and then I got 2, so...
Yeah. So it was, just that. But anyway, we did it. We've done it. We finished the game. We finished our anniversary hammer game. Steve, do you have anything to say?
This is the second time I've played Ironjawz now, and I definitely want to where I've spent so much time in the last 2 years building collections of small, like I've got 1,000 to 2,000 points of 6 armies, but I don't have the ability to go, I'd like to spice it up and go all pigs, or I'd like to go all brutes. I'm now at a point of I actually need to collect my armies rather than collecting for a tournament list, especially because they took Big War off me and now they're giving us it back. And meh. Anyway, but yeah, it's definitely, the Ironjawz were fun. There was definitely a swing in turn 3 where I went, oh, I can still do this. There's a chance.
You might win this.
And I was like, okay, I need to stop being so grumpy and just get on with it.
Yeah.
And I thought there was a chance.
And you got all hysterical.
I got very giddy and silly, yes. But we were both being very giddy and silly.
We were being very giddy and silly.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it's, the couple who plays Warhammer together fights with each other a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shouts abusing each other.
Yeah, it's hilarious that if we were based off the games we play at home, we would never get sportsmanship.
No, we would definitely have some sort of not safe for work rating because there's quite a lot of C-bombs being dropped when we play, so you don't see any of that. Because that's why we speed it up, not to make the video shorter, so you don't hear us making tea and calling each other names.
In fairness, I think you'll find, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, but as I had to bleep out one of us, one of the videos.
I'm the swearer out of the two of us.
I was about to say, one of us is much nastier than the other.
I really enjoy it. I don't care. You can judge me all you want, but I will continue to swear.
It's fine.
Yeah,
you do you.
That was Anniversary Hammer.
That was Anniversary Hammer. That's our 1st December. We've made the decision to stick with Age of Sigmar solely going forward for now.
Yep. Yeah.
If you would like to see more 40k, do let us know on the channel below. Do it in the comments. Do a like and subscribe whilst you're there.
Do what you want to do.
But whilst we're doing this, we're going to be looking at getting more Ironjawz.
Yep.
There's going to be more Stormcast, especially with the new book.
Stormcast being retired for a while. Bringing out. I've got plans for a new army in January. Playing with a different army we're doing a special Christmas Eve video.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the night before Christmas with Skaven being the mice that are not stirring. They're trying to kill.
They're stirring hatred. And
but also they're not mice, they're rats. How dare you?
And the Sylvaneth being the Christmas trees, who are there to save Christmas.
And then come January, the current plan is to do a New Year, New Army narrative series.
Yep.
So you're going to be getting on the 1st of each month a narrative series of Flesh Eater Courts versus the Daughters of Cain as they build from a spearhead into a 2,000 point army, but there'll be an actual narrative running between that.
Yes.
We're aware that people are going to want to see more General's Handbook, though.
Yep.
So on the 15th of each month, we will be doing a what I've referred to as potluck GHB.
I've just realised I've said that we're not doing 40k because we would like more time, and yet we're still talking about doing 2 videos a month. Can't guarantee there'll be 2 videos every month, but we'll try. Yeah,
well, currently the plan is we're going to try to, and like we've said, we play anyway.
We've just got to film it.
So we just put a camera on it. So yeah. The point of the 40k was more about having to buy more models in time when we're already trying to fill out AOS.
Enough, and it's that time of year as well when no one has any money because we have to buy presents for people.
That, and I will scan this way and go, when she says about time, I've got 20 days to get all of those clan rats painted.
And we both work full time.
Yeah, so. That's what we mean by time.
We don't know how to.
I don't want to add a Tyranids army underneath that. But anyway, yes. Let us know what you want to see. We're currently planning 2 videos a month going into January, which will be based off just the randomness of I want to play one of my 6 armies. Yep. You want to play one of your now 3 armies.
3 armies. Daughters of Cain, Sylvaneth, Stormcast. Also started collecting, haven't got very far. Starblight Gravelords.
Oh, yes.
Got 1 model.
Yes. So there could be Death on Death at some point. Yes. But yeah, that's where we are. If you want to go support us, if you're here by this point, you definitely like us enough.
Coffee.
Get us a coffee.
Half it is sign language.
Or Patreon. Go to Patreon and sign up for the stuff there.
Yeah.
And we shall see what we can do. Anyway, anything you want to sign off with other than the actual sign off? Or
No, it's been a smashing couple of games for the Stormcast Eternals. God's favourite children. Sigmar's besties. So it's been, unless you've got anything you want to sign off before I do the silly
with the announcements that we had yesterday as of the filming of this video, so for you guys it would have been a week ago, let us know if you're interested in the Orc War Clans stuff, because
I'm yawning now because the exhilaration of the game is over and now I'm like, oh my god.
I will definitely be building up into those things. I'm focusing more on Ironjawz at this point. The Cruel Boys are going to stay because we now have Big War again. But yes, we shall see what happens there. And then I believe something about, how many days was it?
It's been 0 days since your last nonsense.
Bye.
Bye.